What's going on? Jahream here with
The Mod.
welcome to episode 13 of The Drive. This is going to be a long episode because we're talking about the Tigers, and I am losing my mind. I can't keep doing
Okay.
it. It's
Should they fold? Not yet.
I don't know. Maybe we're getting to that point. So we are now currently on a 9-game losing streak. The last video of The Drive that we did on the Tigers was after our win against the Eels. We'd just gone back-to-back wins, and it felt like we're on the up. We were 2 from 3. We were coming like 6th, and I'm like, are the West Tigers a finals footy side? But I was saying during the video I don't want to get my hopes up, but I was starting to get my hopes up. They have crushed every single hope and dream since. We've lost 9 in a row.
It's just sad now. It feels like really sad.
Yep. I put up a stat. We have now won 10 of our last 63 games. It's
Talking about that, I think like NRL 360 stole your stat last night.
oh, actually,
They said 60. They said 63. But I'm like, mate, you called it first.
yeah, because I collabed with Depressed Tigers fan. He epitomizes every Tigers fan. And I saw it shared to Rebels Footy Forum as well. But yeah, like it's really, really bad. 10 in 63 games is just like, it's so painful. And any team, it's hard to remember every single win, but Tigers fans, we can remember every single win and every single loss because it's always key games, key important, like they're dramatic games. The Sharks game was our most normal win in the last 2 years. Last year we beat who did we beat? We beat Penrith at Bathurst
In the pissing down rain.
Bula's
try save on Cleary.
Bula hits Cleary and makes Cleary knock on, and then we win the game. Our first win in like 245 days, I think, at that point. That was round 8.
Sorry.
Then we go round 10 to Magic Round. We beat the Dragons in the final minutes. It was chaotic last play, but then Bula comes in with another try-saving tackle, and you just wonder why I love Bula so much. He's played 4 games and won us 2 of them with try-saving tackles at this point. Then we go to Tigers Cowboys. We win 66-18 at Leichhardt Oval. That is not Tigers.
The barbecue.
I don't know how we won 66-18, but then we became the Tigers again and lost 6 weeks later 74-0, the biggest loss of all time. And then we don't win until round 23, where we beat the Dolphins. The only time we've ever versed the Dolphins, and it was a chaotic game.
Coruscant from the sideline.
Coruscant kicks a 40-meter goal from the sideline. It hits the crossbar, bounces over right in front of me. It was mental. And then we beat the Sharks in a relatively normal game. Like, that's not Tigers. We don't win normal games. We win absolutely chaos games. And then we beat Eels the week after in a chaotic game. It comes down to Gutho's final kick and he misses it from where Appy took it, pretty much, like the exact same spot, same stadium. And we haven't won since.
Okay.
Our biggest losing streak before this 63-game stretch was 7 games. We've done that twice in our first 22 years. And we weren't a good team then. 7 games is like pretty bad. But in the last 3 years, we have gone on a 7-game losing streak, an 8-game losing streak, I think a 9-game losing streak, I think a 10-game losing streak, and a 12-game losing streak. We have gone on 5 losing streaks of 7 or more games since the end of 2021.
Can I ask some question?
Yes.
Do you reckon you guys going to lose your next 4 games and it's going to be broken again? Be honest.
Very possible.
The thing that I think it can save is right now, it depends if you guys are playing during the Origin period and who you're versing as well.
We verse Titans next week. It's winnable.
So so who's going to be missing for Titans? Fafita probably not going to be picked, but there's a big chance he could.
Because Origin gets picked after this round, doesn't it?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
my bad. But you can beat the Titans. South flapped them.
Yeah, we can beat Titans, but they've looked okay, especially in the recent weeks. They've looked better before the Rabbits game. But then again, we do better against the top teams than we do the bottom teams half the time. So I've never confidently gone into a game, like ever, the Dragons game. Let's talk about the Dragons game, shall we? So we go in at halftime, 14-12. We've just scored on halftime, gone in with momentum, and So I went with my mum. I was like trying to find a way to go to this game, right? I spent 2 days trying to find a way, and then I finally convinced my mum to take me because it's in Wollongong. So I go to the game. I do my thing where I go to the other side of the field. So my mum actually just sat. She didn't want to walk around as well, so she sat in her seat watching the first half, and I went to and the Tigers scored. So we go in at 14-12. I go sit with my mum. We don't see the ball for the rest of the half. We don't see the ball in the second half, like, at all, pretty much. It stays up the other end because they scored 44 points in 40 minutes. It's
4 completions.
Yeah, we had 4 completed sets in the second half, about 28% possession, I think.
So it was like 72-28. Yeah, that sounds right.
And we conceded 44 points in 40 minutes. They beat the clock. It's like, I was just every time they score, you just like reconsider why you support the Tigers.
What is life?
Yep, every time. I've got a vlog coming out today or tomorrow probably, and you can just see my depression slowly. It's painful.
From TV, when I was like on my couch at home, it was actually depressing. It was depressing.
So
depressing watching that game. Like, I don't have any horses in the fight with that one, but I'm like, how is this good for the game?
Dragons aren't like a Penrith side. If we got beat 56-14 by Penrith, I'm like,
oh, Penrith can do that to anyone.
Okay,
yeah.
They're just way better than us. We got beat 56-14 by the Dragons,
and about 3 or 4 of their players backing up from Origin too, with Hunt, Lomax,
and Sewer.
And Sewer didn't play the second half basically.
They were coming back off Origin on a 2-day turnaround, and Hunt and Lomax especially carved us up. They just played an Origin game 2 days ago, and now they're coming to verse like Tigers that are playing like a reserve grade side. Oh, if that, it's painful. Like,
I thought it's even the most sad thing. You guys are meant to be improving. You've got some good players there. Like, they signed all of them. You know, Bateman's meant to be solid. I know he didn't play, but he's solid enough. You got Isaiah's just gone backwards, where before he's one of the best back rowers in the comp.
Yeah, let's. So we go back to 2022, right? Our squad was garbage. Like, it was nowhere near as good as it is now on paper. So we're trying to figure out what's going wrong, right? We got the wooden spoon in 2022. We've been going down. So we've signed Api Coruscant, who's like the second best 9 in the comp. We signed Isaiah Papali'i, who at that time was probably the form second row in the comp. He just had 2, I think, back-to-back Dally M second rows of the year with the Eels.
Olam a couple of years ago won the Centre of the Year.
Yeah, Olam was the year after. But then we got Clemmer, who was in a swap with Hastings. We weren't sure how we felt about that, but it wasn't like a bad trade. It's not like we lost, we just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
We weren't sure.
It's like a C+ for both teams. C+ for both teams.
Yeah. I would have kept Hastings, but it's not like be all end all, because Clement was actually good.
Solid.
Bateman's been good. He comes back after 2019. His last game was a grand final, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then who else was on? Charlie Staines, who has not been great, but at the time he was like a good up and coming rookie.
Yeah.
Then we go into we sack Madge, who's now the Origin coach. We did get beat 38-10 in Origin, but that's beside the point.
I think it wasn't Madge's fault.
It wasn't Madge's fault. Then we signed Tim Sheens, and Benji is going to take over in 2 years. Tim Sheens lasts a year, not even, and then Benji comes in straight away. So he's so raw as a coach still. And then...
to cut you off, Ben didn't really apply his training anywhere though either.
Oh, no.
Like, I know he said, last couple of years I was coaching basically instead of playing. Well, mate, there's a difference between helping out a coach and then...
actually being a coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I think he could still be a good coach. I just think...
Yeah. Like, he's so young, and he's got a completely different dynamic with all the players compared to any other coach.
Yes.
So we sack Madge, we bring in Tim Sheens and thing. Everyone's like, okay, we've signed all these players. yet we go down the ladder, and we've got a new coach that's the only coach to ever give us success as a club. Then we've got Benji coming in, who is the biggest club legend of our club and knows exactly what our club is built on.
The culture,
everything. We get Robbie Farrer in our coaching staff. We get Chris Hyington. We get I think we've had Pat Richards, Scandalis, and all them are in there.
The guys from 05, basically.
All the players in the club at the moment. And we're like, okay, we just went down on the ladder. We're now 17th. We're like, it has to be the board. Justin Pascoe, Lee Hadjipatelis, all of them.
Inspector Gadget.
That's the problem. We had them for 7 years, and we've gone through 5 coaches at that point, and we're like, it has to be the board. So we sack him. We've now signed Luai. We signed Olam for this year. Caesar, Bud Sullivan, who has not been good. Caesar hasn't had much game time.
He's been out most of the time
because he's been suspended. Our discipline's been terrible, by the way. We've got Stefano now playing Origin. We have the best player of all time. It's just debuted during Bula. Lachie Galvin debuts in 2024. We'll get to that. Lachie Galvin then comes in this year. Well, we've got all these rookies that are just absolutely guns. We've got all these signings from the last 2 years that are probably worth $4 million total. We've sacked the board. We've got a proven coach from the only coach to ever give our team success. We've sacked our board. We're what? We've changed everything. Surely it works now. Nope. It's still just as bad. I don't know where we're going wrong. Now we've got Lachie Galvin's leaving us. We've got Luai and Taruva coming in. We've got Stefano that wants to leave us. I don't know if these are real or if they're just reports, because journalists can be dodgy, but our club is just it's all gone hill since the documentary, I reckon.
Yeah,
it's that Tales of Tigers Down documentary.
Yeah,
that's just cursed our club.
So going back, you said before the coaching situation. So to backtrack,
yeah,
how would you think the club would be right now if Sir Alla was in charge instead of Benji? Because remember, they offered them both the contract, the long 5-year deal, $4 million, wasn't it, or something like that?
We'd still be meh.
You really think so?
Yep.
Okay.
We need a Gus 5-year plan. That's the only thing that can save us.
Gus won't help you, mate. Gus is a myth, you know this.
No, Gus had a 5-year plan. It took 6 years, but Penrith are now the best team in the comp. Bulldog, he's now at the Bulldogs. He went to the Warriors. Warriors up the was. They had one of their best seasons last year. Now he's at the Bulldogs. Bulldogs are going to win the comp this year.
Can I say
it's the Gus? We need Gus for 5 years. That's what I reckon.
I think you need a break away from Balmain and play at Campbelltown every week.
Yeah, don't get me started on Campbelltown. we are now on a 10-game losing streak at Campbelltown. We haven't won at our own home ground in about 3 years. Let that sink in. Because we've got a 10-game losing streak at Campbelltown. I've gone to every game, and it's painful to watch us lose every single week. We have a 10-game losing streak at a core. Not our home ground, but we play there a few times a year now. 10-game losing streak there. I don't know about the other stadiums, but you'd think Campbelltown, the one that we need to build our base around, we'd win some games there. We just don't. It's like we're a dirty merger club, so we've got. I don't know if how our board is structured now, if it's still Balmain and Magpies, but it's I don't know where our club's going wrong. We've changed the players. We've changed the coaches. We've changed the board. We got rid of Brooks. We've changed everything we possibly can. Brooks is now doing decent at Manly. It wasn't his fault. It never was. It was just he was the best we had.
I tell you what I think it was. He wasn't shit, but he wasn't getting paid the money he was on.
Oh yeah, he was overpaid.
You know what?
That's not his fault.
Yeah,
that's
he's trying to get the best contract he can.
Yeah.
I'll say, going back to this, I think I said this to you off camera multiple times. NBA in the basketball do it. You overpay someone for 1 year or 2 years, a shorter length anyway. So you're not stuck with this massive contract for ages, and then all right, we got the war chest for X amount next year. Then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you either got the war chest for the next year, or the person you gave the money to is good enough
And loyal.
and deserves that money. Then.
Yeah. Like we. I don't know anymore.
Like even got a good CEO with Shea Richards. I've seen it with South, man. He literally got us when he basically just came back from getting kicked out, man.
Yeah, Shane Richardson, I saw his 100% footy interview and it gave me a little bit of hope. He talked about Benji going to Fiji and him going to England, and they said that it was a buy and they talked about that months ago. Then he talked about keeping Lachie Galvin. He said if anyone tries to take him, he's going to report it for anti-tampering,
Yep. Which
that's what I want to hear. I want to keep Galvin. I don't know if he wants to actually be there or not, but I want him. He's
on talent, but if his attitude's going like this, do you really want him?
I'm pretty sure we dropped him this week.
He clearly got rested because he was forced to take painkilling injection for his broken hand or wrist or something.
Alright.
But that's it. I'm not even getting paid like a professional. When I was playing soccer, right? I broke my finger as a goalkeeper. I was like, oh yeah, give me just painkillers before the game, painkillers at half time, painkillers and I down it with bloody beer, and I'm fine. I worry about the pain when I'm resting, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it just comes, like, if you want to play at that level, you bloody do that. They think, I'm not getting paid or playing anywhere near that level, and if I'm willing to do that for my teammates, why the hell isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
So he talked about the Galvin. He said that we plan on keeping him to his contract, which is great. He talked about Stefano, which he's now, we offered him $4 million for 5 years. I don't know how I feel about that one, but it's fine. He is an Origin prop, and he has been great.
Solid.
Not in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but the opening month, opening 10 weeks, he was pretty good.
He was a top 5 prop.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with keeping him. And he said if we lose him, we've got now an extra $1 million in the cap. We've got $2 million in the cap to spend. The problem is, who wants to come to the Tigers?
There's still some, I don't know why, but Luai doesn't go there for no reason though. Richardson must be saying something.
And then he said Luai was our future, and that because he's killing it at halfback at the moment.
I was a bit worried when I saw him, he's very good, but can he be the man to lead a team? No, he's looking good right now at the half, being the man at Penrith for me. He's
been great. Because, the problem is, I don't know if he's playing like that to get the Origin jersey. And I'm not just saying it Luai does that. Everyone does that. You play a lot better when you're off contract or you're playing for an Origin spot. That's just how it is.
Yeah, that's facts.
So I'm worried that's Luai's just playing for his Origin spot and then just goes back into hiding. Because at the start of the year, no one even really considered him for Origin until a week or two before it, because he had just been nothing all year.
He was being lights out.
So quiet.
Lights out.
So it's so tough. I don't know where we're going wrong. We are a bottom of the barrel club. The fact that we're getting 50 put on us by the Dragons is insane. We were 75 points ahead of the Rabbitohs in points difference. And just in 1 week, they overtook us.
All right.
You beat Titans by 34. We lost by 42. So in 1 week,
I think it was 46-10, but South and Titans, or 46-12. It was one of them two. Anyway, it was close.
Yeah, so it was 34 for yous, and then we lost by 42.
Oh, so, you mean the point difference?
Yeah,
right, yeah.
So we in 1 week gave up 76 points to the Rabbitohs. That was the only thing keeping us above them. And the competition points. We were tied in points. Now he's 2 points ahead and ahead in points difference after being 75 behind 1 week earlier.
That's crazy.
That's mental. I could talk for hours about the Tigers, about all the games that we've lost. Close games, robbed games. 2012, we had a 7-game winning streak and missed the 8. And since then, we haven't had more than 3 wins in a row. In over a decade. We can go on 2 wins, but once we're playing for that 3rd win, we forget how to play footy.
Even little things I love to see the stat. How many times have you guys gone on beat the people that won the grand final that year.
Yeah, we've done that like 3 of the last 4 years, I'm pretty sure.
And I remember 2014, right, you guys beat us, beat the Rabbitohs in 2014, round 2 or 3, and we ended up winning the comp.
We're good at beating premiers. We're good at beating top teams and losing to absolute terrible teams. Like getting pumped 56 to 14 by the Dragons. We, like, the amount of games that we've, like, we suffer as fans more than any other fan in the NRL.
You guys are definitely the most loyal.
Yeah, like Eels, they're like, oh, we haven't won a comp in nearly 40 years. You just played the grand final 2 years ago. We haven't even watched a single finals game since 2011. And then, so 2010, we lost that Roosters semi. We had the ball with 30 seconds to go from a scrum, and we lost the scrum feed. You know how rare that is to lose a scrum feed? So we do that with 30 seconds to go, and then they kick a field goal to even the game. And then 20 minutes later, they score an intercept try in the longest game I've ever seen in NRL history. It was 100 minutes. The year after, our last finals game, we versus the Warriors, they won off a double movement try.
Like Christian Indian, wasn't it?
Yep. And I was in the crowd. I was 8. It was at the SFS. I was crying. And a lady behind me goes, oh, it's all right, buddy. There's always next year.
Next year?
We haven't played a finals game
11
since.
years. Oh, no. 2011, yeah, you said?
Yep. It's been 13 years. There are kids that have gone through their entire schooling life not watching Tigers play. There are teenagers. There are about to be teenagers that weren't even born the last time we played finals. It is mental. It is like we're now we like the fact that we were so bad of a team in like 2021. We had like Isan Masters missed 12 goals in a row.
How is that even possible?
I don't know. We missed the finals because of his goal kicking that year. We've missed the finals in 2016 from the Jahream field goal at Campbelltown, saying this is our house, and then he went to jail. 2019, we lost to the Sharks to make the 8. 2018, we lost to the Broncos in round 3. That probably would have made us the 8 as well. And then, so we're coming 9th. We haven't come 9th in about 5 years now, 6 years. I miss coming 9th because then we were competitive. Now it's just sad to watch a Tigers game. We've come 9th 6 times, and we've made the finals 3.
Oh my god!
And yet I miss coming 9th because we were competitive. Now we're lucky.
It's just depressing.
We're lucky to score points some games.
Yeah.
It's so it's depressing. It's painful. So in 2021 we had a terrible team, and yet we have gone down every single year, and I don't understand. We are now back to back going for the 3-peat wooden spoons. I don't know. Where have we gone wrong? Where can we even improve? Because I think we've tried everything.
Take up religion.
Do we fold the club? Let us know in the comments below what you think. Give me some encouraging messages because I need them.
You need a hug? I got you.
Yeah.
Huggy wuggy.
That's it for this episode. So yeah, comment below, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Thanks for watching.
See you more.
See you more.